produced by the Rural Press that run all the farm magazines in Australia, and it was a supplement on farmers' health, and they quoted the figures. First time anyone had seen them before. Here's the healthy profession, and they had double the rate of heart disease, diabetes, stroke and cancer, and 3 times the rate of depression, and actually 3.5 times the rate of suicide, which wasn't what we thought we'd see for the so-called healthy profession. So in this context, when stress is such a big player and stress is linked to everything, there can be considerable benefits at looking at stress management tools. So the first thing we're going to talk about, we're going to stand up in a moment, you're going to try it out so you know what I'm talking about, is the benefits of abdominal breathing and specific breathing exercises, which are no big deal. This particular type of breathing we're going to learn now is called 4-7-7 breathing, but the concept of breathing through your chest versus breathing through your tummy where you're supposed to breathe is that basically that breathing, see if you hold your hand here and your hand here, depending on how big your gut is I suppose, well you know this hand's supposed to be moving more than this hand, and if you're breathing through your chest you sort of need to change that, because the basic deal is, for one thing, you've got a lymphatic system, runs parallel with your circulatory system, and it removes the crap and pumps that out of the trouble is it doesn't have a pump. And so lymphatic congestion is linked to a huge number of diseases because you haven't got a heart pumping it, you've actually got to physically pump it. One of the ways you do that, you've got lymph glands right up here as you breathe from your stomach, and it pumps the lymph glands and moves that lymph. The other way is just getting out and doing some walking or some exercise, or even what they call a lymphosizer, which is a little tiny trampoline. You just go doink, doink, doink for 10 minutes, and that 15-fold increase in lymphatic flow is of tremendous value to just keep pumping the crap out of the system with the lymph system. So blood and lymph flow increased with this abdominal breathing, and it's got a direct, proven, measurable link to your stress. You breathe properly with deep breaths, and it's stress reducing. You breathe with short pants, and you're going to feel more stressed. So we're going to stand up here for a minute, so just so, because I can talk all I like, but if you don't experience it, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So we're going to do 7. This is called 4-7-7 breathing, and we breathe in for 4 seconds through our nose, which will go like this, and completely fill our lungs. Then we're going to hold for 7 seconds, and slow 7s, and I'll just direct this initially. And then when we breathe out, we put our tongue behind our front teeth, and we blow like this. And you keep going till there's nothing at all left, and then you breathe in 4 seconds, hold for 7, and 7 slow seconds, and then 7 seconds breathing out. And you keep going till there's nothing at all left in your gut. We're going to do that 7 times, and I want you to see yourself whether you feel, you can close your eyes if you want to when you're doing it, but I want to see if you feel any different. You feel how you feel now, so evaluate how you're feeling, and often you feel like someone just gave you a little shot of Valium, and this is something you could use when you're stressed, when all things seem to be going wrong. If it doesn't work on one lot of 7, then you do another 7. You wake up, you can't sleep with all the pressures, you do 7, then another 7 that doesn't work. Usually 3 times it's going to work, you're going to be cruisy, and you're going to fall off and get that all-important sleep. So here we go, we're emptying our lungs first, and we're breathing in through our nose. 4 seconds, and we hold. And breathe out through our front teeth, tongue in front of the front teeth. 7 seconds. And breathe in again. Big as you can do it. Hold for 7. And breathe out, tongue behind the front teeth. And breathe in. This is our 3rd one. Breathe out. Breathe in. You can feel it. It's just this very, very cruisy, incredibly relaxed feeling. And you can use that anytime you like. It's free and not a bad idea to do it. And let's look at some of the research into this thing called meditation, which of course principally involves controlled breathing. And there's lots of research. There's heaps of research. Look at this. There's papers on all of this. Normalises blood pressure. These are things you can measure with a blood pressure meter. Decreases muscle tension and headaches. You can sit there on a bale in the hay and do this breathing and do some meditation. It just involves focusing on your breath and not thinking about other stuff. relieves distress, speeds recovery from virus, reduces PMT, it measurably enhances the immune system, boosts serotonin. If you haven't got serotonin, that's principally why you're depressed. The antidepressants build more serotonin in your body, that's how they work. Builds self-confidence, promotes deep relaxation, improves circulation, and slows your heart. There's nothing, it doesn't cost you anything. There are millions of people. You go into rat holes in Asia, you can hardly breathe. You're drenched in sweat. Every grate, there stinks of rotten sewage come out, and there's people scurrying around in their millions like ants, and you think, how could anyone live in this world? And then you get up early in the morning, and there they are all out there, doing their qigong and their tai chi, and their faces are completely serene, and you say, there's your secret.